Now, Shigaraki cannot remember much before he met Sensei and Ta- sorry, Tenku, who actually was once a doctor who examined Izuku, but he remembers every time he actually put on those hands, he his anger flows out, and he actually remember it since that day. And he actually remembered of his childhood that he actually can save he I mean nobody can actually save him, but someone actually did, in which he actually was called Shimura Tenku, in which he actually was saved by a mysterious stranger, and then he actually was saved Shigaraki as he bring him into his life, and then we actually see him taking care of the boy as we remember his childhood back in the day, and that's when he's called himself a, a embrace since he was. I mean, till then he was now a empty shell, which Spinner never thought that he heard that, in which he was shown into his room, which he never had one before, and he was introduced by the doctor like before, who's actually examined Isuku, in which he actually introduced to his family members' remains, which are the hands, in which he actually wears them all over his body, and then he actually remembers his family's pain as he was suffering from it, which we actually see him remember the pain that he's been through, and he actually remember was just fragments of visions from the past. And we knew that the unexplainable rays of anger was actually became stronger. Then his urge to vomit, but the doctor actually can fix him, which he actually did, which he wants to forget everything that he wants to remember, and everything that he wears those hands, he felt sick to his stomach, that he wants to throw up, which his heart, however, became calm. And that's actually strange enough. And what's actually left in him are a few fragments from those visions of the past, but he actually has the league members with him, and he actually felt the weight of his shoulder that was in him as he actually remembers everything, including a vision of Izuku and everyone else. Knowing the fact that he actually does remember, we actually seen what he'll do, which he actually remembers everything. In which the doctor actually tells him that he'll lend him his strength, and he actually gonna see what he can do with the powers. I mean, after all villains who are those who bring pipe dreams to life, and that is when we realize that he actually wants to do everything that he can, in which his his friends actually wants to do that as well, knowing the fact that he wants to see how much that Shigaraki has grown. So we actually knew that his research is actually can possibly can do whatever he actually wants, but he actually won't hand it over it just yet, because his friends are weak. But he actually going to detach them a least a bare minimum of a power, which he actually told them that unlike him, that thing isn't so naive as to accept them so so easily from the bottom of his heart. So the Gigantum Machina was actually made him submit to them, in which the doctor actually wants them to make him submit, in which if they wanted to grab it with his, if they wanted, they actually need to grab it with their own two hands. So that's actually a very long tutorial. So they're actually going to do that task as well. Coincidentally, it actually revealed to be a test. So we can actually see what actually meant, in which he actually gives them those to contact him, which are communicators, which only fit through his, we only fit through the parts of their bodies, in which he actually brings John out, in which he actually sends them machina, sorry, I mean, Gaj, I mean the Gajgon to Machina out to them, in which he's actually going to try to make friends with him as they're going to do it as well. Meanwhile, meanwhile in the other location, we actually seen the the superpower liberation squad actually say that the destruction of the League of Destruction, League of Villains, in which he actually brought the smile, which that actually happened. Now we actually seen a little bit of a history of Shigaraki, but we actually knew what this meant. So we actually going to see what more power that he'll show to the Doctor. So we're actually going to see what more that he actually going to show them very soon. So I cannot wait on the next episode next weekend. Next chapter next weekend. So we're actually going to see what power they're going to show him. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the manga chapter. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this anime guys right here saying sign out. Laters!